The COVID-19 pandemic is raging in Beijing, China. Notably, the first wave of infections have not subsided, and the pandemic has broken out again, making hospitals full of relapsed patients. As residents are in despair to know more about the situation, many rely on social media to spread the word. According to a recording published on Twitter, a person said to be a doctor at a hospital in Beijing said, "The situation of COVID's second reinfection is very serious. Currently, the media does not report it. The words of experts are only to stabilize the society because if they tell the truth, society will be in chaos." On January 9th, the Twitter account Tokyo Star posted a recording saying that the doctor from a hospital in Beijing revealed, currently, the reinfected patients in the hospital are in a very serious condition. These things go completely unreported. Everyone must be careful. Don't get infected a second time. In the recording, the man added, currently the beds in the hospital are full. Most of them are patients who have been infected for a second time. The media does not report these stories. The second reinfected patients' states were so severe that their immune systems didn't work well. We all have to rely on human immunoglobulins to maintain our own immune system. This doctor also said that a patient's immune cells would disappear 30 days after being positive. Since they have already been infected with COVID once, their immune system can no longer suppress it. Basically, the white blood cells will be rendered useless. So we have to rely on human immunoglobulins to ameliorate this. This doctor said now the situation is complicated. There is a shortage of medicine. The doctor also said that when asked about how the patients felt in the hospital, they all said that their bodies were 5-10 times more painful than the first time. He continued, "I'm very scared when I see patients infected for a second time. Some older people in their 60s and 70s have died. Basically, people in their 60s and 70s getting a second infection will inevitably cause other complications. They couldn't get through, and these things go unreported. These patients in the hospital are miserable. Even if they are only mildly ill, they cannot survive." The doctor also said that a patient must receive 2 doses of immunoglobulin per day, which will cost 2,000 yuan, about $295. How can a person with a bad economic condition afford it? Don't listen to the experts on TV. All they are saying right now is for social stability. If they tell the truth, the society will be in chaos. The hospital has a lot of patients who were infected for the second time, some people have died, and TV doesn't report it. According to Beijing Evening News, on January 9th, Yin Yang, acting mayor of Beijing, told CCTV, "The pandemic in Beijing has passed the peak of infection. The entire population is probably building up new immunity." On December 17th, 2022, at the online meeting China-US High-Level Forum on Clinical Microbiology and Infectious Diseases, Zhang Wenhong, China's pandemic prevention expert, said that the first batch of vaccines given to the domestic population of China is the original strain of the virus. As the COVID-19 has mutated many times, the protection of the vaccine will be reduced, and it is difficult to prevent reinfection. On January 4th, Zhao Lanjiang, the former media employee, posted on Twitter with the caption, "Xinjiang Zhuang, the second serious reinfection has begun, before and after the Lunar New Year, lying still, unable to get out of bed. Beijing, death due to second reinfection, directly turned into serious illness. First wave has not passed, second wave severely beats."
COVID spreads across China, especially in rural regions, but people refuse to acknowledge its existence. Reuters on January 10th cited a 77-year-old saying, "I'm not going to test. It's just that my waist is aching." A woman with the surname Chen said, "Quite a number of my relatives and neighbors say that they have caught a cold, or they feel terrible, or they don't have any energy, so they just stay at home." The paper said this reaction was common among patients in Tonglu County, one of China's most prosperous farming regions. A Hunan resident also posted on WeChat, "My hometown has quietly changed how they talk about getting sick. People say, every family has caught a cold, so there is nothing to be afraid of. Testing is no longer compulsory for patients at medical facilities, but doctors will send patients for an antigen test if they show most of COVID's 10 major symptoms." Some residents near Tonglu County told Reuters that testing for COVID was not that common in their place, even though they had symptoms or got COVID previously. Chen added, "Everyone talks about having the virus, so you just assume you have it. But a lot of those in the village won't test either, especially if they have to go to a specialized place to get a test." The message is consistent with recent Chinese Communist Party, or CCP, views. The virus was confirmed as a menace to be avoided at any cost by the CCP. However, now it says it's little worse than a cold. The Guardian cited Jeremy Wallace, a professor of government at Cornell University. Wallace said, "I'm very surprised that the messaging seems to be denial of the depth of suffering from this wave, and, as far as I've seen, no communication about flattening the curve to reduce pressure on its overburdened health systems." Airfinity, a health data firm from London, expected China's COVID infections to reach their first peak on January 13th, with 3.7 million cases every day.
Last year, China suddenly relaxed its COVID-related measures. As a result, the number of COVID-infected patients soared, creating a shortage of medical supplies. The rising death toll also overwhelmed the crematorium and funeral home industry. According to the New York Times, the outbreak was triggered by a population lacking immunity and who have not been exposed to the virus due to the strict lockdown policies of the past years. Chinese media Xinjiang reported that the COVID pandemic in China's financial hub, Shanghai, is increasing. Critically ill patients crowded the emergency room of the hospital for several days in a row. In a recent interview with the Chinese media, Li Yingchuan, deputy director of Shanghai 10th Hospital, stated that serious illness cases may reach a real peak within a week or even 10 days. Some people have to bring their own beds because beds in hospital emergency rooms and hallways are full. Family members of patients at Shanghai Renji Hospital said,
看看这是凌晨2点半的医院，都没有床位，都在这大厅里面，一人带个小床。
Another video reveals that hospital beds are no longer available.
我们这里也没有床位呀，也没有床，现在床都紧张的，先一样排队，我们都是先从抢救室到后面排队的，好不好？没有床的。
In another video, a long queue of cars can be seen outside the hospital.
前面大概200多米，又拐弯走个300-400米才能进医院呢。
Miss Liu, a Shanghai resident, had a phone interview with a news outlet. Miss Liu also told the reporter that she bought oxygen cylinders online in October last year, but they now run out of stock.
那边我买的我已经是疫情开始涨价了，才10块开始买到了9块那边。我本来想买制氧机，就是医用制氧机嘛。 到现在为止，我都买过来去口罩，我们抢都抢不到，谁买了？
As Today Online reported earlier this year, Chen Erjian, vice president at Raichen Hospital and member of Shanghai's COVID-19 expert advisory panel, told the state-run media People's Daily, now the spread of the epidemic in Shanghai is very wide, and it may have reached 70% of the population, which is 20 to 30 times more than in April and May.
"通过中欧班列发运，可以在南宁国际铁路港进行报关，到阿拉山口可以直接出境，整体通关效率大大提升，货物按期交付更有保障。我们感到企业通过中欧班列发运的兴趣和信心明显增强。"
加拿大过去几年陆续关闭孔子学院，现今仍有8所孔子学院运作中。但外媒自由亚洲电台揭露，其中一间位于卑诗省的孔子学院竟改名为中国语言文化学院，继续以教育之名行政治宣传之实。过去1周，台湾登上了邦交国洪都拉斯的推特热搜前3名，原因是出席巴西总统就职典礼的洪都拉斯外长雷伊娜1日在当地与中共外交部副部长谢峰双边会谈，引发舆论热议。洪都拉斯出现转投中共的讨论，主流媒体则对洪国与台湾82年的友谊表达高度支持。多数民众也认为应维持与台湾的外交关系。去年7月，以改造枪支枪杀日本前首相安倍晋三的午夜42岁枪手山上彻也，经过长达近6个月的精神鉴定，确认他没有精神障碍状况后，内良地检署周五正式以杀人和违反枪械等罪将他起诉。作为拉丁美洲第3大经济体的阿根廷，是全世界通膨率最高的国家之一。阿根廷国家统计暨普查局12日表示，阿根廷2022年通货膨胀达94.8%，是该国自1991年以来的新高纪录。 在过去12年间，阿根廷每年通膨率都超过双位数。新航亚太电视整理报道。
中国是全球唯一一个同时拥有多种技术路线新冠疫苗产品的国家，为民众的基础免疫和加强免疫提供了多种选择。目前，中国有13款新冠疫苗批准使用，涵盖4条技术路线，疫苗和医疗物资总体供应充足，能够满足应接尽接的需要。世界卫生组织有关负责人最近表示，中国的疫苗接种率非常高，无论是灭活疫苗、病毒载体疫苗，还是 mRNA 疫苗，对预防重症和死亡的保护力相当。相关研究也显示，对于60岁及以上人群，接种3剂灭活疫苗对重症和死亡的保护效果，与接种3针辉瑞 mRNA 疫苗后的保护效果基本一致。中国全病毒灭活疫苗能够激发较好的细胞免疫和免疫记忆，在预防发病、重症和死亡中发挥着关键作用。中国始终把疫苗的安全性放在首位，中国疫苗的安全性良好，总体不良反应报告率低。当前，中国疫苗全程接种率已达92.9%，60岁以上老年人接种覆盖率超过90%。我们已向120多个国家和国际组织供应超过22亿剂新冠疫苗，实践证明，中国疫苗是安全有效的。我们愿继续同国际社会加强沟通合作，更好应对疫情挑战，更好保护人民生命健康。